Hunter. Come on. Connects on his third triple. Gets past. Hell no! Hunter. Cashes another one. Gives the stank face to his own bench. 6 seconds. Guarded by Duke Jr. John Brown catches it. And Southeast Melbourne have come from nowhere. What a win for Southeast Melbourne.
Twice this season, Southeast Melbourne and Perth have gone head-to-head, and on both occasions, as you just saw, they have been sensational matchups. In round 7, there was 31 lead changes in that game. In round 13, the Southeast Melbourne Phoenix came from 16 points down. What does the third chapter in this rivalry have for us tonight? So great to have your company in what Southeast Melbourne call the heartland, right in the middle of Victoria. It is the Phoenix and the Perth Wildcats. We're 5 minutes away from tip-off. I'm Jack Heverin and Leonard Copeland. Pete Hooley alongside me, and let's hope this one's half as good as the last two.
Well, Coach, you were here the last game the other night. I'm looking forward to this, but you just saw the Mitsubishi Motors ladder and how important this game is for the Perth Wildcats, because they want to continue to climb up. I don't think they're going to get to the top 2, but right now, if Tasmania stay healthy, you want to avoid them at all costs. So they need to continue to build, and it's all about trying to peak at the right time.
Absolutely. This is a game that Perth need to win. And look, they lost to this team in Perth, but they feel like they need to pay them back. They got to get Doolittle going, because if Doolittle's not going, the Perth Wildcats aren't going.
I know you two spoke about this a little bit in the pre-game, but for those who have just joined us, Southeast Melbourne under Josh King built their identity as a defensive team. Now, all of a sudden, they're scoring 120 points a game.
But it comes with their elite defense, their pressure, their ability to turn it over. And even if you take bad shots because their defense is so good against them, they just continue to run without your defense getting set up. They get layups. They are not afraid to launch a 3 early in the shot clock. They take so many threes, the most in the competition. And that is really hard to guard. So weirdly enough, if you want to slow them down, you've got to really execute offensively yourself, which is a strange thing to think about. That's the game style to try and beat them.
The best thing about this team is, yes, you got to play defense, but on the other end, he's rewarding you. You can shoot it whenever you're open, Jack.
Copes, you were here a few days ago on Wednesday. They beat Illawarra in overtime, and the crowd was chanting MVP for Nathan Sobey. You can say whatever you like about Nathan Sobey and perhaps some of his previous seasons. You cannot dispute the year that he's having.
No, sir. He is actually having an MVP year, and he's carrying this team. Look, he's doing all the right things. It's just something about this year. I asked Gibbo on Thursday, what's going on with, he said Sobey's just coming into practice early. He's taking this game really seriously, and he's leading his team because he knows he has a real chance with the guys that are around him.
35 years old, and I talk about it each year. He's continued to get better. I mean, with Josh King, the improvement, but each game this season he continues to improve. And what I love about it is he is the barometer, and the whole team makeup is elite, right? Because you put Owen Foxwell alongside him, they are a match made in heaven. But even when Glover comes in, guys like now they sign Ian Clark, Wesley Wundu, John Brown, and Geordie Hunter. They're all there to complement their superstar. So he is having an MVP year for sure, and he's a major reason why this is their best chance to win a championship.
Halls, let's talk about the Perth Wildcats, who have won 4 of their last 6 now. They're staying around the hunt at 13 and 10. How important is Joe Luala-Chul this evening?
I mean, we've seen the last few games, and you go to that game against Brisbane when everyone was saying, why is Jay Lay not getting the ball enough? And he said, you know what, if you're not going to throw it to me, I'll just go and get it. And he was really going at Tyrell Harrison. But Jay Lay, he's one of the most unique bigs we have in this league for this reason. He can put the ball on the floor. He's a guard trapped in a big's body. When he gets that deep with the touch, he's always going to finish. And I love the way that he goes about it when he's in attack mode. And even speaking to him pre-game, he is so thankful that Jaron Riley is back, because Jaron Riley being their only true point guard on the roster is going to set them up and get them involved where the ball will be in his hands and he can try and score the ball. Because what he does very well, Coach, he always has done, is score the rock.
Absolutely. He's matured since he left Melbourne United. He went overseas to play a little basketball. Yeah, but when he was here in Melbourne, it was all about him getting those points because Melbourne United needed that. Now he's got guys around him, but he's matured. He's getting other guys involved. It's not necessarily about scoring. It's more about winning.
We are just about ready to go here at the State Basketball Centre. The fans are packed in right to the very top. Kelsey Brown's courtside for us. I think you can hear me, Kels, because it is loud in here.
I can hardly hear you, and this Heartland crowd is definitely a sixth man for the Southeast Melbourne Phoenix. But Pete, you talk about Jaron Riley, and I took the liberties of asking his dad, John Riley, head coach, whether he will be starting tonight. And he said, even though there's been a lot of speculation and discussion around that starting point guard position for the Perth Wildcats, Jaron Riley has actually been on a minutes restriction. Expect to see him play more minutes tonight, but that is the reason that he's not starting. And Jaron really is a massive key to the Perth Wildcats, so I can't wait to see what he can do with a little bit more minutes tonight.
That was really interesting to learn that he is on some minutes restrictions at the moment. So there's been Wildcats fans, Pete and Copes, that have been saying, why isn't he playing more now that he's back? Now we have our answer.
Nice to have that just one statement put out there that everybody knows, but obviously then you give away a bit of a scout to the opposition. And look, they'll continue to build him up, and they've got a big piece to find and go and bring in, which we'll talk about throughout the game, which could be the reason why, hey, if we bring that guy in, he's going to be our starter, whoever it is, in the starting five for the South East Melbourne Phoenix. Is very set now. Sobey, Foxwell, Brown, Iwandu, and Geordie Hunter, they're going to continue to roll with that for the rest of the season.
For the Perth Wildcats, Copes, their starting five, they've had a little play around with it, but this lineup here seems to be one that they're sticking with for
And
now.
they put Henson at the top there. He's a big guard, but if Pepper can continue to shoot the ball like he does and win the rebound, those other two bigs down low have to go to work to get Perth on top of this game.
Michael Aylan's in charge this evening alongside Nico Fernandez and Brad Henshaw. Big crowd, big noise, massive game between the South East Melbourne Phoenix, who all of a sudden have got an eye on a top two finish, and the Perth Wildcats, who need to keep winning to remain in the top four conversation. Saturday night hoops here in the Hungry Jacks NBL. We are set for a big one.
And one of the biggest matchups on the floor, John Brown Jr., the third, against Doolittle. That's two big, strong bodies, and Doolittle knocks down that first one, and that'll get him going early.
Someone in the front row had something to say because Christian Doolittle pointed straight at him.
Sobey, little dump-off pass stolen away by Pepper, who looks up and has Luala Chul running the floor. And thankfully for Jordan Hunter, Luala Chul fumbled.
Oh, the bounce pass was the right option. Elijah Pepper, a little shovel back, get it right in the lap of JLA.
I'm curious to know if Perth want to run like, because when Southeast Melbourne get going, they push that ball up the floor. I don't know if Perth have those horses to run like that.
Where's Iwandu pulling up in the mid-range?
Down on form recently, Iwandu, and again, just trying to figure out now, what is his role?
So what is his role?
Well, I think it is continue to be an elite defender. He can get on the glass as well, but pick his moments outside of Nathan Sobey in this starting unit to try and tick the scoreboard over, because you've got Glover and Ian Clark on the bench who will do that when they are injected.
Comes up with an ball there. Foxwell.
And that's 3 offensive rebounds for Southeast Melbourne. Let me tell you something. If they continue, if Perth don't blocks out, there's going to be a real problem.
Did you see Ben Henshaw was playing Dance Dance Revolution? Have a look at this. Look, he was playing Dance Dance Revolution.
Somewhere in the keyway is Ben Henshaw's Achilles, if someone could just pick that up. So Phoenix ball. 6 of their last 7 games have been victorious, South East Melbourne. Their record in home games, Copes, is insane. Here's Sobey with a free part to the basket.
He is just playing with so much confidence. And you know what feels so good about that? Because you think about your own game. When you play with that kind of confidence, man, it just makes you feel good.
Dylan Windler pulls up from Scoresby. Offensive rebound, Doolittle. So strong when he gets in the paint, but was in there for a while. Too long, in fact.
That was 3 seconds.
Did the hard work of getting the offensive rebound. Just got to put the ball on the floor, go straight up. So we've had 4 rebounds in this game so far, and all of them are on the offensive end.
And really wasn't happy with that call at all, giving the referee the stare.
Sobey got away from Windler, not for the first time. Great look for Iwandu. He obliges.
They ran the exact same play as they did from their sideline out of bounds, with Sobey turning the corner, getting downhill on his right hand. He had the layup the first time, and the second one, Iwandu with the corner to corner.
Windler misses at the other end. Sobey took off, had his pocket picked by Pepper. And that's the easiest tool of the season for Windler.
It really was.
He made it look harder than it should have been.
The tire just got a little flat then, didn't it?
And I like Pepper. Pepper's learning to play defense. He's an offensive threat everywhere on the floor. But I reckon, really said, if you want to be on the floor, you got to play some defense. And that's what he's doing.
Iwandu steps into another 3. Bottom of the net.
Well, that'll feel good. Instead, he's been down on form. Continuing just to build and find everybody's role. Star in your role. Oh, wow.
Oh, okay.
Took it upstairs and jams with authority.
Yes, sir. And the steal, wow.
Perth get it back. Pepper Pepper scores.
Yeah, that was it. We don't see that defensive breakdown too often from the Phoenix, and Ben Henschel, we know he's got springs.
In my coach's board, I did speak about turning that ball over. You got to be smart about it. Don't just...
Early sub coming, coach. Another turnover.
They're a bit too careless right now.
They only had 5 of them on Wednesday against Illawarra. Doolittle lets them off the hook a little.
That's a timeout 3. You knock that down over the last few possessions, you're expecting to try and get Josh King to call a timeout on the other end.
Hunter continues to shoot the lights out. 43% from beyond the arc this season.
And that's going to be a problem because JLA doesn't like to come out that far.
He had no trouble pulling the trigger against Sydney a few days ago, Jordan Hunter. Winlow.
Oh, what a block.
Hunter.
Now, Josh King's got to have a think about this. That looked very clean from Geordie Hunter.
We had a good look at this, Pete, on the Amy replay.
Oh, Ben Henschel, everyone just cleared out, and where's the one who just said, hey, I want to be part of your Instagram in the very last moment. And you spot on, Copes. That's going to be a tough cover.
What I don't want to see, though, is Hunter get caught up with just shooting threes. He's too big and valuable inside that lane to do that.
This is one of those arenas where Berger's on the line. I was here the other night. We've been here the last couple of seasons. When they really start to stomp, it moves the rim.
Oh.
Yep. And the good news for the fans here tonight is that I drove past a Hungry Jack's not too far from here, Coach. So it's an easy one on the way home just to pull in and get a traveller.
Jack checking it out before he gets here, huh?
Wundu's been aggressive to start this game. Has 8 points in the opening quarter, and Joe Luala-Chul has gone straight to the Perth rooms.
Well, Perth video is going to run across there really quick. Oh, Foxwell as well.
Great shots from our team there. Access that we don't normally get. We appreciate both teams' cooperation, but no idea what's going on with either of those two people.
See if we can find something. What happened?
Doolittle finds a nice spot. He'd be disappointed to leave that one short. Wundu runs the floor and misses the jam.
Easiest basket he's had all night.
The pass was absolutely on the money from Sobey.
Just didn't get his footwork right.
Too far into that basket.
And I would think that that'll appear on Monday night on overtime.
Lose by 1 point, it will.
13-10, Phoenix lead. Physical out there. Jared really into the game. Got buffeted into the front row.
Could have been 2 fouls. That's over another.
Wezawundu has 8. Well, truly the leading scorer in this game so far. Phoenix have been a little wasteful with the ball. There's a foul on Hunter, and that will be 2.
And the most dangerous person on the floor right now is Glover. He comes in.
Mentioned this, Coach, sorry, but Geordie Hunter 2 fouls. So now they're bringing Malik Lewis, and they're going to go small. And JLA has returned, and he returned kind of just wiping away his mouth, so maybe he just had to... little deposit.
Oh.
Hopefully he's okay.
Great pass. Inside for Pepper. See the shooting numbers on the screen below. Both teams have started well. He's Sobey. He'd be happy to see that go down. Malik Lewis, if he has the matchup on Doolittle, he's going to have his hands full, but did okay there. 5-on-4 up ahead. Here's Lewis for 3.
Well, Christian Doolittle had a layup, but he was trying to get that contact, draw the foul on Malik Lewis. He just had to have a straight line drive, and he would have been able to lay it up.
Winlow, beautiful left-handed stroke. Can't connect that time. Glover reaching in, he's whistled. Third of this first quarter for South East Melbourne.
The intensity is incredibly high to start this game.
You got to love this time of the year when teams are fighting for something.
And this venue is like a pressure cooker. Everyone's close. pretty warm. It's a tough place to play, particularly if you're the visiting team. But Perth have made a really good account of themselves in this first quarter.
I love his offensive game, man. I love it.
Set up from Jaron, really. Just the patience, the poise.
Cut it back to one. Here's Glover. You give him that sort of space and he will make you pay.
He is the guy that can change a game off that bench.
5 of 9 from long range in the opening term, Southeast Melbourne. They shoot the 3-ball more than anyone else, and when they connect, they rarely lose.
Those rotations from a double to switch out, everybody fully rotated to get a one-on-one. Malik Lewis bails him out because that was an elite defensive set all the way from the inbounds pass with Glover and Malik Lewis on the same page. Everybody was rotating. They threw a double team in there, everybody moving off the ball, taking up space, and then in the end just left his feet and undid all the hard work from his team.
Christian Doolittle, 21 points last Sunday in Sydney. 7 of 12 from the field. I caught up with him pre-game. He doesn't give a lot as a rule. He's a very serious man, Copes.
You know, he knows, though, he has to score. He knows that without him being the leader of this team, they don't have a chance.
He flew business from Perth to Melbourne. He was in 1A, and sitting next to him was a basketball.
That is Sobey being Sobey.
7 now for Sobey, 3 of 5 from the field.
Sunday Detch in with that responsibility.
Christian Doolittle's in the ultra-attacking mindset. And this looks like the Christian Doolittle we saw against Tasmania. At the 30-piece, we've got a behaviour warning on Perth bench, and Mike Leyland's gone a step further and said it's on Elijah Pepper.
Just call the man out.
At least we know now. Pete, when he's in this mode, Christian Doolittle, he's so big, he's so agile. He looks like there is no matchup for him.
Well, it's hard, right, because of the physical size on him and the way that he can handle the ball. He's got a mid-range, he's got a little step back when he gets in the low post and can also just back you down the whole way, as well as being able to shoot the 3-ball. Now, when they show a crowd, as here comes Owen Foxwell, which is a good sign for Phoenix fans, when they show a crowd is when he can get caught up a little bit. Quick double teams and make him have to think really quickly is when he can turn the ball over.
Didn't he had 4 points the last time the team played. Obviously, he knew he didn't fire the way they needed him to, so he's being ultra aggressive right now.
Still 3 minutes to go in this first quarter. Both teams just feeling each other out. Glover gets open again.
I know we've had a lot of talk with our man to my left with the 6th man of the year. He had a bit of fun with that. But Angus Glover is in that mix. He's absolutely in that mix. It's going to be a tough award to win. Quiet noise. Aquera, good finish there as well. But just so many talented guys throughout the league who are putting their hands up and starring in their role.
We have to invoice someone for that mic that Leonard Copeland dropped pre-game. It's Clark. Followed by Windler and swatted away. Now Aquera, a little dump off for Lawala Chul. It's back to 2 points.
They're matching their pace. You asked the question, Copes, and it's clear. Any turnovers or missed shots, they're going to push and really test out the defensive transition of the Southeast Melbourne Phoenix, which is a lot easier to score on. What a pass from Angus Glover. It's a lot easier to score on than this. Taking the ball out of the basket and trying to go out of defense that can get set up.
Jaron really showing some of his IQ.
Wow.
The pace of this game.
Just something about this court, Jack.
Saw the Phoenix a few nights ago in Sydney, and it was very similar in this first quarter. Just up and back, up and back. Lewis lost the handle. Perth have had 5 steals now in this opening quarter. Offensive rebound, Detch, Windler. Met by Lewis, great D from the next start. Sobey gave it up.
Oh,
Clark steps out of bounds.
Again, that's unselfish from Nathan Sobey, but he's got 7 points. He's hit a 3 ball. He's going to be 2 feet, catch and shoot, because Angus Glover saw that play unfolding from the moment he got the rebound. Here's the Owen Foxwell injury. Oh, right there, yeah, just a little tweak of the ankle. He's back on the floor now.
Go back to that last set, Pete and Copes. Nathan Sobey giving that up.
He's making the right play, but if Ian Clark's not going to be ready to catch and shoot, Nathan Sobey, with the way that he's playing, even the way he started this game, has every right, because that's what Angus Glover was looking for. He was waiting for the trail big to get past, to take that defender and kick it.
There's no right or wrong on that one, though. I mean, because you know you got a shooter in the corner who can knock it down. And then Sobey's trying to get other guys involved as well. But speaking of a guy getting involved.
Are you passing that?
No.
Thank you.
Speaking of another guy getting involved, DJ Mitchell came in. Oh, how tough is that? DJ Mitchell came in on Thursday and just lit it up, man. He is finding some time now. Josh King's starting to trust him. He's shooting the ball well. That is just way too many turnovers by Southeast Melbourne. They won't be happy with that.
7 turnovers in the first quarter for the Phoenix.
The Wildcats take the lead for the first time since early in the game. They are meeting Southeast Melbourne with defensive pressure. Not that time from Glover.
Got a 2-for-1 opportunity if they want it.
Wildcats will like the look of this matchup. Gets inside on Aaliyah.
Wow.
What I talked about in the pregame. If Geordie Hunter gets a couple of early fouls, what do the Phoenix do?
And 30 points. Josh King will not be happy with that. But
shot clock and game clock almost as one. Clark took Wildcats off the bounce. Misses out. So does Aaliyah. Plenty of time for the Wildcats, and it gets even easier. They'll walk to the other end and shoot free throws.
5 fouls to 1. They're doing a magnificent job. They're pressuring the ball. They're getting turnovers, and they're pushing the pace.
I'm seeing Ian Clark. He's trying to get going, right? Still a slow start for him in the Southeast Melbourne Phoenix colours, but that's going to be a catch and shoot 3 ball as well.
You can see all the Christian Doolittle's numbers, all the numbers that you need on the NBL app. You can jump between the NBL, WNBL scores are on there as well. Here's some of the news around NBL 1 signings for the upcoming season. It's all there. You can download it from the app.
Line up. 3 seconds to go. Let's go, Jan. Owen Foxwell to try and push the pace, but Angus Glover got to know where he is if you're the Perth Wildcats.
7 points in the opening term.
Sometimes in these possessions, the inbounder was DJ Mitchell trailing in for a 3.
Phoenix trying to manufacture one last bucket. There'll be some stern words at quarter time, particularly if they keep giving the ball up. Uncharacteristic turnovers from the home team in quarter number 1. 8 of them in the first quarter. But the credit goes to the Perth Wildcats. They have come to the heartland and they lead at quarter time, 32-26. Saturday Night Hoops here in the Hungry Jacks NBL.
Southeast Melbourne Phoenix fans have turned it out in the heartland, but they're disappointed with that first quarter. A 6-point deficit to the Perth Wildcats. The Perth Wildcats really turned it on in that one. I listened to Josh King, and it was firm words like you suggested, Jack Hebron. It was all about fouling down the defensive end and the turnovers on the offensive end, but he did say this is the worst we've played all season. We're only down by 6. Plenty to improve on.
Glass half full from Josh King. That's a wild miss from Ian Clark. DJ Mitchell trying to wind that shot clock down. And that's short as well.
Josh King and the Phoenix bench wanted a foul.
Perth Wildcats have scored 18 points in the paint in that first quarter. That's something.
And that's not the right shot. That's not the right shot for Ben Henry. You can get that shot at any point in the half-court offense. What a move from Awundu, who is on one tonight. 10 points already, in double figures. First player in the game.
What's that conversation like, you two, as Doolittle gets to the cup?
Offensive, that could be very well.
It's going to be 2. No, it's going to be a foul. DJ Mitchell first, I think.
So what's that conversation like when you know that you've had a really bad quarter as a team? You come in and the coach says, look, we're okay here. Does that fill you with a bit of confidence to say, no, we actually are okay?
He's trying to ease the pressure on these guys. You know, they've made some mistakes. They've turned the ball over. But you just remember, we're at home. The crowd's behind us. We've been through this storm. Just come out ready to play in the second quarter.
And it looks like there's been clear intent, set their game plan is, you know what, the Southeast Melbourne Phoenix want to push up, get up the floor and really speed us up. Let's invite that, because anytime they try and get up and in on Christian Doolittle, Dylan Windler, whoever gets the rebound, they're just putting their head down and getting layups or getting fouled. So they're saying if you want to play that defensive style, you're going to have to do it with your hands out, otherwise we'll go to the free throw line.
10 points now for Christian Doolittle. A couple of rebounds, a couple of assists.
And that's 10 free throws to none for the Perth Wildcats.
It does the 13th three-point attempt.
Windler surveys his options. Doolittle with a clear size and strength advantage over Foxwell. The help comes. There's an even bigger advantage for Luala Shaw. He misses out. Nice hustle, Windler.
Just rushed it. Thought that through very well, the Perth Wildcats.
Control.
Having a chat about the
So
shot clock here.
we have the first control from green, and then do you have a clear control by red?
No, I don't have clear control.
Okay, so that's 14.
Good officiating. Nico Fernandez, Brad Henshaw. Quick, decisive. Keep the game moving. Rebound by DJ Mitchell, as Cope said, came in, had 16 points in 15 minutes a few nights ago. Here he is, and he misses out as well.
What is going on here?
Awundu in the first quarter, and then Mitchell ran out of tarmac. Pepper, through contact, hurts him at the other end.
That's size. That's size for him.
Henshaw, I should say.
That's size for him.
There's that clear intent, but they're going to just turn the corner and put their head down.
Perth are playing really good basketball at the moment.
Wasn't for Wesley Awundu, this could be a really ugly game so far. So let's see now, can the Phoenix get their defense set up? A couple of substitutions, they've got to inbound the ball. Phoenix normally try to take it out of the point guard's hand.
And this is one advantage that Christian Doolittle has over just about anyone else in the competition who plays this spot.
Yeah, he's their backup point guard, and there's nothing wrong with that because he's more than capable of doing it. Look at that, in the end, he just did a simple dribble handoff. No worried about potentially turning the ball over because of his strength and size. They get a layup.
How do you guard that?
Well, you go get the ball out of his hand, you double team and make somebody else beat you, because right now, he's in charge. Making the right pass, getting to the free throw line.
Equal biggest lead in the game for the Wildcats. Kept alive and back out for Sobey. They will continue to pepper away. Clear. Geordie Hunter off the floor at the moment with 2 fouls. John Brown has his hands full with Lawala Chul. Malik Lewis back into the lineup. Just a few rounds with a pneumothorax. The next start.
John Brown, the third, is just hustling for the extra opportunities.
Tough. That's tough. That is tough. Ball away, pull-up jump shot. And Nathan Sobey is playing with heaps of confidence.
9 points on 4 of 7. Christian Doolittle just continues to pile on pain, and Southeast Melbourne have absolutely no answer for him. Timeout, Phoenix. Josh King's seen enough. It's the Wildcats by 8.
Again, they just clear intent. There's that clear intent. They're just putting the pressure on. So here's Christian Doolittle, their backup point guard. Malik Lewis trying to turn him. Everybody else, look at the Phoenix, are just saying, okay, he's going to dribble the ball up and just pass it across, but he's just trying to put some heat on the rim every single time. That hasn't happened just once or twice. That's happened nearly 10 times, I would say, so far to start this game, and it hasn't just been him. It's been Elijah Pepper, it's been Ben Henschel. That's why they've got 40 points on the board.
They've won 4 of their last 6 coming into tonight, Copes. They beat New Zealand. They had a pretty dominant win on New Year's Day over Brisbane. They are a hard one to get a read on here, the Wildcats. Still a long way to go in this game, but 13-10, 4-6 at home, 9-4 away. Very rare do you see that sort of record in this competition.
Absolutely, and if you pick tonight's game, the way they're playing, they're ultra aggressive. Everybody, whoever gets the ball, they're driving it to the basket, they're pulling up for the jump shot, and they're playing defense, all led by Doolittle. But to have 40 points on the board with 6 minutes to go, 8 minutes to go in the second quarter, it's just 6 minutes to go in the second quarter, it's just too many.
And the numbers that stand out, the 8 turnovers, right? They had nearly all of those in the first quarter, but half of the Phoenix shots have been threes, which is not new, but they're yet to take a free throw, where the Perth Wildcats have only attempted 6 threes.
Another turnover.
Pepper downhill with the left hand.
He's a scorer, man. He's a scorer. Didn't he have like 50-something in the NBL one game or something?
Not just once.
I think most weeks.
I think he nearly averaged 50.
Averaged 36 for the season in the end. He just tailed off a little bit late, but
Rounding up.
I wonder. He gets himself on the free throw line. First time tonight, the Phoenix will head to the stripe. Kelsey Brown, what was Josh King talking about in that timeout?
Well, no surprises for Josh King. It was all about the defensive end. He was shocked that they'd given up 40 points at that point in time in 14 minutes. He said, let's stick to the rules that we've got on our defensive end. He doesn't like what they're doing down there at the moment, but offensively, no surprises. He wants to go a little bit more through Angus Glover.
And to be honest, so they'll get a chance here if the one who knocks down this free throw to set up defensively again. Normally, they try and take it out of the point guard's hand and make someone else bring it up. I don't think you want Christian Doolittle to play point guard right now. Well, you know what? They've switched it up. So let's put John Brown on Christian Doolittle. And smartly enough, he says, all right, I'll get out of the way.
Sunday Detch on the floor with Jaron Riley, Christian Doolittle, David Aquera, Elijah Pepper. Speaking of that man, bombs away.
He's on a heater. Get him the rock.
Double-figure lead now for the visitors. They are playing inspired basketball in this first half. Southeast Melbourne have got some serious work to do. Sobey's knocked over in the motion of shooting 3.
There's a foul on the three-point
Mistake there
then you fall.
from Aquera.
Yeah, but the first one is normal.
Yeah,
The second one's a
clear
kick.
foul. Didn't have to do it either. They were 6 of 15 from 3. Just contest.
Harlem Globetrotters, I should say, coming to town this year. If you didn't jump online and buy this as a Christmas present, Valentine's Day is coming up. Easter's not that far away.
My birthday's coming up.
Didn't-
Give me something, you know?
Don't remember asking, but sure. Get Copes a birthday present. Buy some Harlem Globetrotters tickets.
Are you bat in the air helmet off as well, or just the Globetrotters?
Just a Globetrotters.
Oh, thought he was bringing up the ton.
It's almost,
His birthday was coming up.
No, my birthday's
like
in
a
July.
letter from the Queen sort of stuff.
Yeah, it's been around a while.
Still looks good.
Guys, boy, you guys.
Still looks good.
Laurel and Hardy. For you guys who don't know that, Google that one.
There must be something in that water you drink at your place.
Here's the difference. You put John Brown,
Oh,
and they get an 8-second violation. It is a different proposition bringing the ball up against Malik Lewis, all the other guys. Where's the wonder? Doesn't matter. Then John Brown the third. He is so active.
Almost makes you wonder, Pete, why they waited so long to make this change.
Because they had to go small when Joe Lawala-Chill was out there, and he had to play the 5-spot guarding JLA. So now that John Riley's got Aquera on the floor, Brown can guard Christian Doolittle. So if I'm John Riley, I'm bringing Joe Lawala-Chill back in as soon as possible just to free up Doolittle again.
45-36. Pepper thought about pulling the trigger. Sunday Detch with room. Back into the hands of Sobey. Reza Wundu, the leading scorer for South East Melbourne with 14. Sobey has 11 and adds 2 more.
So tough.
it's special. It's special.
That finish as well with the right hand. So going down to his left, sees Aquera to get up and underneath the outstretched arms of David Aquera. He is in some superb form.
Sobey, you're our Kobe, the sign says.
Nice.
Rhymes.
It does. It's a great pickup by you, Pete. 45-38. Tomorrow, Illawarra play the New Zealand Breakers, and then Sydney and Melbourne. That's all still to come as part of round 16. Major, major game. Let's listen to Josh King.
Everyone, not a lot. That was great, JB. Someone else, hey, get the dabs. Play how we're supposed. Push guys to their weak hand. I'm just really frustrated because we haven't done it yet. We haven't done it. Let's start doing it right here. Hey! Thumb down, shake. Thumb down, shake for West. Thumb down, shake for West. Ball gets back up top. Wide pin for West. Thumb down, shake for West. Let's go.
Game number 50 tonight for Josh King as coach of the South East Melbourne Phoenix. And Pete, it's a point you made really well in the pre-game tonight for those who missed it, that he came in at a time here where this organisation on court was in a bit of a flux. They had some serious work to do to try and rebuild. Unimaginable to think that he could take them to a semi-final series and then have them second on the table after 50 games.
And I said, he gave them an identity. He gave this club an identity, and everybody else has thrived for it as Elijah Pepper. Not too many guys will heat check after a timeout, but he will.
Just so much confidence.
15 points already, 6 of 7 from the floor. John Lawala-Chill back in, so Doolittle's got that more favourable matchup. Getting John Brown the third off him, hopefully.
Wundu takes his total to 16.
And their problem is never going to be scoring on the offensive end. They got to get some stops now.
If you have just joined us, it was Perth who led by 6 at quarter time. South East Melbourne had 8 turnovers. Quarter number 1, Winlow.
No. How deep was that? Bunnings.
Knoxville.
Bunnings.
Not much you can do there from Angus Glover.
That is deep. Lewis catch and shoots for Phoenix at the other end.
Here they go.
Hasn't been able to get himself going. This is the point that you keep talking about, Pete. They forced the issue. They haven't allowed South East Melbourne to set up defensively.
That's going to be a foul on JLA, who wants a challenge. But you're right, it's so evident and so clear. If they can get a stop, they are just pushing the tempo. They do not want the Phoenix to get set up defensively. And John Riley's didn't get a sub, I think, no. We're bringing in Wagstaff for Joe Lawala Jr. who's got the 2 fouls, and JLA is barking at Nico.
Riley's a smart coach. Just stepped in the middle before he got that big technical foul. Smart guy.
That's normally John arguing with the official. Jesse Wagstaff in for his first minutes. That'll count for Foster. Nice set from the Phoenix.
Wagstaff had a little smile because he thought he had a block. A really nice highlight play.
just uses strength and body, just all the way down to the end. Push him down, throw it up.
And I know it might go against their defensive principles, but unless it's John Brown the third, I know Foster's trying to do the right thing. Do not get Christian Doolittle get ahead of steam. You're just playing into his hands. He's saying, if you want to get up and in, I'm just going to put my head down and be too strong and too crafty. So just take a couple of steps off, make him have to just reverse it, and then crawl up and in. Every single time they've tried to crawl into Doolittle as the backup point guard, he's scored or passed for an assist.
It would be a bit of a gamble, Pete, but with 2 minutes left before halftime, would you be tempted to just put Geordie Hunter back into the game for a little bit here?
No,
or is
you
the
can't
juice
do
not
it
worth the squeeze?
because we've seen what's happened without him on the floor when they've gone big.
The fact that he sat so long, it'd be easy to draw that third foul on him. He's going up.
Sobey gets himself some space from Windler. He's trying to take matters into his own hands. Nathan Sobey, 15 points on 6 of 9, cuts it back to 10.
They're never out of it. We've seen that from the Phoenix. The way they can shoot the three ball, how quickly they can force turnovers in a quarter.
Shot clock ticking down to 7.
Oh,
Pepper through multiple sets of contact and really from underneath.
yes, the presence of the smart, the IQ, not to go up straight away, knowing somebody's going to box him.
Just handling the pressure superbly.
Let's get a second look at it. Jesse Wagstaff thought he was fouled and he probably had a case. Awundu, quick release three. He's having some sort of half. Where's Awundu?
19 points, 7 of 10. He's kept them within striking distance here. 29 points between him and Nathan Sobey.
Half-time is approaching. And there are going to be some tired bodies out there. It's been a frenetic pace.
But even there you see from Jaron, really, we'll see the Amy replay. Sobey just a quick little kick, and where's Awundu with a hand right in his grill. He's just having one of those nights. Wanted the foul. But anytime that the Phoenix crawl in, whether it's full court or half court, Perth are saying, you know what, we'll welcome it, and they put their head down. Rather than taking a backward step.
Windler blows past Awundu.
Oh,
no help, and he stuffs it.
That's tough. 58 points and a half. Nah. Josh King is not going to be happy.
Windler into double figures. Sobey with a hard landing, and then Jesse Wagstaff has given up an offensive foul. One thing we've known in 17 seasons with Jesse is when there's contact, he'll get his money's worth.
Every time.
Oh. Thoughts?
To be honest, it's a lot closer than it looked in live play.
You're good.
He wasn't in a great stance, which probably gave it away, but ended up standing pretty still.
Nice bucket out of the inbound.
Clear.
Ian Clark with his first points of the evening. Now Elijah Pepper has got to beat the clock, and he's running out of time. Just made it over.
They really do need another point guard on this board.
It's not Doolittle or Windler.
You got guys that aren't legitimate points doing other things.
But if you're the Wildcats, you don't want Elijah Pepper in those situations, because you want Elijah Pepper if it's Jaron Riley or whoever the point guard is. If the team's going to pressure and you can beat that press, you want him spotting up in the corner. You don't want him having to try and deal with all of that.
And Jaron really comes out. Pepper sits down as well. Henschel back into the game.
Clear.
Windler had it knocked out of his hands. Look at the presence of John Brown.
Chance for one shot here, so either Sobey or Awundu with how well they've played.
Down to 8 seconds.
A lot of them going right.
Sobey gets his head down, shares with Brown. Points won't count. Foul came before it. Big play by Sobey late.
Yes. Nice pass. Good drop off.
Again, it was was smart because he went towards Wezawundu's side where Christian Doolittle was caught having to worry about cheating off too far for hot Wundu, and he had the awareness to get all the way in.
Let's go. Line up.
The signs are good tonight.
What's different about that one, Pete?
Wax.
Anything
I mean, what's different? It's completely different wording.
anything special about it,
Of
though?
course.
Well, they're all wrong.
Smart man.
Where I am, I've got about 8 of you. Let's go. Last one.
Ball was never above the level of the ring.
Where's it? Nick?
He handles the second. Henschel not that far away in the end from the other end of the court. What a half from the Perth Wildcats. They've come to Southeast Melbourne and taken an 8-point lead into halftime. They've turned up with a game plan, and so far, it's worked.
They have. They've been welcoming the pressure, and they've putting it back on the Phoenix, getting downhill, scoring through contact. That's an exceptional first half. To put up 58 points on a Phoenix roster who is so good defensively, John really will be stoked.
Let's get over to Kelsey Brown.
Yeah, I'm here with Dylan Windlatt. Dylan, you came in with a scout. It looks like you're trying to match them with pace. Was that on it?
Yeah, it's a crazy pace. It's just straight up and down. Everybody's picking up 94 feet, getting a lot of looks and transitions. We just got to capitalize, but stay under control too, and then just limit the offensive rebounds for them.
Doing well at the moment, but Wezawundu's really getting going. He's got 19 points to the half. How do you stop his influence in the second?
Yeah, just making sure he sees bodies. I mean, he hit a couple tough shots, got some putbacks. So, just making sure it's tough on him.
Thanks for your time. 50 plays, 58 here in the heartland. It's Southeast Melbourne Phoenix being shocked in that first half by the Perth Wildcats. We've got the Hungry Jacks halftime highlights to break down right after this. Welcome back to Saturday Night Hoops and the Hungry Jacks NBL. We're here in the heartland and the Perth Wildcats have definitely come to play. They got out to a 12-point lead at one point in that first half, and it's all at the hands of Christian Doolittle and Elijah Pepper. Let's take a look at our halftime match stats. 50 plays, 58, but anything stand out to you there, Pete Hooley?
I mean, the 9 turnovers for the Southeast Melbourne Phoenix, 7 of those are in the first quarter, so that's a key to it. To be honest, the 8-point lead, Southeast Melbourne Phoenix won't be too upset about that because they were pretty poor by their lofty standards defensively. But clearly, from a Perth Wildcats perspective, and again, how the Phoenix are normally so good is they force you to turn the ball over or their pressure forces you to take a step back. The other side of how to try and beat that and combat is what the Wildcats are doing, and it is welcoming the pressure. If you want to step up and in, no worries. We're going to go straight past you, straight around you, get an advantage, and we're going to score the ball, and that's what they've done.
It looks like the Perth Wildcats are matching the pace as well. Many teams can't go with the Southeast Melbourne Phoenix in a game like this, but the Perth Wildcats are, and Elijah Pepper, he's been absolutely phenomenal. 3 from deep. He's our Hungry Jacks halftime highlights. Leonard, Elijah Pepper's first half.
Well, I imagine he's trying to prove to John really that spot belongs to him. And the way he's playing today, he's ultra aggressive. He's shooting the ball extremely well. He had a couple of picks in the backcourt. So he's playing defense. We spoke about him being an offensive guy, but he's out there playing defense as well, Pete. And if he can play defense and shoot the ball that way, he certainly belongs on the floor.
Love the way he goes about it. As we said in the call, I just don't want to see him bringing the ball off the floor. You don't need him to do that. Let him be that spot-up shooter. Let it be Henschel, Briley, and Christian Doolittle. Because once he gets hot, it's a different mindset, and it's been a fun first half to see him in that. It is an NBL 1 mindset, but I think it's just a shooter. Blackmore's player profile, 15 points, 6 of 7.
Not enough shots.
Oh, he took it from me. That's what he loves to say. It's not enough. Get more shots up.
That's certainly not enough for you. Maybe for Elijah Pepper, but let's take a look at the Southeast Melbourne Phoenix. It's been an uncharacteristic first half from them. Look at the turnovers that they've got. 3 for Sobey, 2 for Foxwell, and 2 of Foxwell's were telegraphs.
Well, that's just pressure the Wildcats are putting on them early. They're up and in. Usually you don't see the Perth Wildcats playing like that, but as soon as they take that ball out, these guys are right there in their face, so it's hard for them to get the ball down the court.
And the other side of it is if you do normally turn the ball over, teams want to take possessions out of it against the Phoenix, so they just slow down. Perth Wildcats say absolutely no way. We are putting our foot down and being ultra aggressive every single time, and that's why they have a lead. They've got to do it for another 20 minutes.
I'm very excited to see if the Perth Wildcats have anything for this one, but let's take a look at the Sunday night. Breakers win Entertainment Centre at 2:30 p.m. And then we've got the massive game. It's the Sydney Kings. Your guy quite nice, 6th man of the year. Chris Golding will be there, 4:30 p.m. at Kudos Bank Arena. That's Sunday afternoon hoops, but stick around. We've got a massive second half of basketball right here in the Heartland.
Yeah, I'm hoping they show up to the game and it could be a home game for us through some weird support for me. But, you know, we'll see how we go. I won't count my chickens. No, it's something different, and it was cool at that time, you know, for Perth to get something like that. Usually it's Melbourne that, you know, gets all the love as far as city goes. But I'm excited, you know, and obviously Iverson's coming to town. Everybody know how I feel about him, so that'll be cool to actually meet him if I do. I didn't really believe it at first, so I wanted to wait a few more weeks to be sure he was actually coming. But now we're a week away, so I think it's a for sure thing. It's amazing, you know, it's a great opportunity for the fans to catch so many high-quality hoops. And then for us as players, you know, it's just a little fun environment. And I just think, again, it's a testament to how this league continues to grow and, you know, be more innovative.
Well, if it's good enough for the benchmark, it's definitely good enough for everyone. Hoopsfest.com.au. Next week, we take the entire NBL and WNBL, and of course, a whole bunch of other cool stuff as well, to the West for the second edition of Hoopsfest. I can't wait.
Cannot wait to get over there and see everybody. Some elite games as well. Bryce Cotton pumped, and talking to him last night, he thinks, as he said in that little clip, I'm going to have Brent Army potentially there supporting me. It's going to feel weird, like a home game. Yeah. It is technically their home game, Adelaide.
They're still going to cheer for him.
Absolutely, they were cheering for him against the Wildcats. But at all games at RSC Arena, WNBL, as you mentioned, it's going to be a whole lot of fun. And more importantly than all of that, supposedly there's a one free coffee voucher put on one of the coffee places there. That is what I've been told from Damien Martin.
Really?
Apparently.
What, just mentioned Damo's name?
Well, no, he's owed me one for 3 years.
Well, we're also looking for a recommendation to play golf on the Friday if anyone can tell us. But Wes Awundu will be part of Hoops Fest. We'll see him against Adelaide. If he plays like this, Pete, coming into Hoops Fest, then the Phoenix are going to be in a great spot. He's been huge.
He's been massive. 7 of 10 from the field in the ultra-aggressive mindset. And, Coach, we talked about guys who need to step up. And it's nothing that you need to do more in practice or any of that. You just go through these slumps. And he would have been hard and been down on himself, but they've been winning. So you just figure it out, knowing your time will come when your team needs you. And he's been incredible.
This is his best game since he's been in uniform. And look, the perfect time to get hot. Get going in the second half of the season, get yourself going, give Sobey some help on that offensive end.
Jordan Hunter back out on the floor for the Phoenix to start the third quarter. We only saw him for 4.5 minutes in the first half because of 2 quick fouls, and his absence, Copes, was noticeable for the Phoenix with him not being on the floor.
It was. And look, they scored that many points. I think it's 24 points or 26 points in the paint. Without a big presence like that, they're going to drive their ball to the basket.
The Wildcats try and go at him.
Dylan Winlott had 10 points in the first half. Shares with Henshaw, finds his way underneath.
But just really patient offense. And we kept talking, I said it at halftime, welcoming the pressure. John Brown III crawling in, everybody trying to fight over, and they just stayed patient, waited for the little breakdown, little advantage, and scored.
And I've spoken about it before, Henshaw with that size. Foxwell's very good, but you can't replace the size. He's big now.
Foxwell drags it back out. 4 on the clock. Great D from Doolittle. Forces a tough jumper, but Foxwell's up to the challenge.
Nice touch. Soft touch, throw it up in the air.
Tell you what, that ankle's bothering him. You can see on that step back, that ankle is bothering him.
Yep.
And Angus Glover, I think, is going to come and get him straight away. He's calling for it.
Put the hand up immediately. He's grimacing in pain. And Jordy Hunter takes a knock to the hip as well.
And he don't want to. He doesn't. What he doesn't want to do is get that third foul this early in the third quarter.
So if I'm the Wildcats, I'm putting Joe Luala-Chill at the elbow, giving the ball as it's Owen Foxwell. Found a bit of explosion there, but he's made it even worse once again.
Yeah, you can generally tell when a guy's hurt on the offensive end. When they can still shoot it and get to that basket, a la Andrew Gaze. There's nothing wrong with him.
I mean, he's not even here.
Well, he knows what I'm talking about.
Windler on the bounce. Great look for Doolittle. Feet set, misses out. Here's Awundu.
What they do, defense leading to offense. Long rebound and just put your head down and run.
That's the difference on that end of the floor, able to dunk the ball. This is the same end.
Yeah, I think the room might be a little tight. There you go, JLA.
Hunter did well, no foul. Foxwell playing through pain.
Scored 4 points since that ankle.
Now Hunter with a high arcing three. It's no good, but the Phoenix have had a better start to quarter number 3.
Count. Oh. Tell you what,
Gee.
you saw John Brown III. The basket straight into it. Here's the Amy replay. There's the Wundu. Length and athleticism.
Ready to go straight away. Let's go.
Nice and easy.
Foxwell comes out. Brings Glover back in. You can see Foxwell there in discomfort with the ankle issue that he sustained in the first half. Lawalachil Jr. for 3.
Shot clock winding down.
Here's John Brown. Great dime, Sobey. Timeout, Perth. The Phoenix have clicked into gear for the first time tonight.
Their offense is their best defense. They can be elite defensively. It just gets out and they get easy baskets. 2 in a row now. The one who had the dunk, and then John Brown III, both set up by Nathan Sobey, but it all came on the back of locking up in the half court.
There's some great energy in the building right now. Geordie Hunter brought the energy to a Kmart Game Time clinic. He threw down this massive dunk with students at the Hughesdale Primary School. Look at Geordie get up. And if you want your school to get involved in 2026, reach out to your local NBL club now. They do some brilliant work in the community. It's a massive thanks to Kmart for their support of Game Time as well.
What we're not going to do is brush her over the pass. Behind the back bounce pass lob. Sorry, Geordie Hunter, but you are not the star of that highlight.
I'm sure the kids will have appreciated the pass, but they love the dunk, Pete, trust me.
There's Owen Foxwell. Staying on the bike, trying to keep his ankle warm. What's been better the start of this third quarter from a Phoenix point of view?
No turnovers. They're getting the ball before they're taking good shots, moving that ball around, and they got a Hunter back on the floor.
Kelsey Brown, John really looked a little unhappy in that timeout.
He was unhappy on the defensive end. He spoke about communication on the switching, crashing the boards and the defensive trans. All things they were doing well in the first half. He said they've just dropped away, but it's okay. No stress. He thinks they're going to be all right.
John Brown picks up his second. They've played a lot of basketball, South East Melbourne, in a short space of time. This is basically their 5th game in 14 days. They'll get a little bit of a breather after this until the Sunday at Hoops Fest. If they can get through tonight and this patch of games, then they'll be in a fantastic position. Swift hands Awundu. Shares it with Brown. 2-point game.
Great defense by Wundu. Up and in. They're playing their style of defense, Pete.
There they are, and again, gave credit for the Wildcats in the first half because they were welcoming pressure and attacking it. And in this half, they're taking a backward step.
Windler trying to be aggressive. They needed that bucket.
That's the first time they've tried to attack it this half. Well, something I'm talking about in a second, just taking a backward step and being passive against the pressure.
They'd scored 8 unanswered points before that, South East Melbourne. Glover can't catch fire. Great hands from Hunter. It fell into the lap of Brown. They seem like they're lacking a little bit of composure at the moment, Pete, the Wildcats.
Yeah, because they're getting sped up. Again, more pressure.
Carbon copy of the first half. Perth were doing this to Southeast Melbourne.
This has all happened really quickly. An 8-point Wildcats lead at the half has evaporated. And midway through quarter number 3, we're back to square.
And this is when you need that veteran point guard to slow everything down, get everyone in the right spot, and run the offense.
Just 8-point guard. Jaron Riller's trying to check in. We haven't had a whistle yet.
Huge from Windler. $15 points on 6 of 11 for Dylan Windler in this game. He's stepping up in this third quarter. Glover rips baseline. He thought he was fouled. Bodies fall down everywhere. Windler in transition.
Smart play. Smart play.
Draws the third foul on Hunter.
So this is what I was talking about, where they're taking a backward step of the pressure. Ben Henschel playing the point. Angus Glover sees it, okay, I'm going to start to crawl in. And you take a backward step, pick the ball up, rather than staying in attack mode. And after that, look at all the movement of continuously, rather than just making one move when the pressure comes and getting past. That's happened time and time again in this third quarter, and it's just invited the pressure to take over. And that's why the Phoenix have been able to score. It's hard because so many times you feel like you're just breaking off an offensive set, but that's what got them the lead at halftime. It didn't matter if it was a no-pass offense. Right now they were saying, if you want to crawl up and in, I'm not going to backwards dribble or be passive. I'm going to just put my head down.
The 2 games between the teams have been a couple of the best we've had for the season. Last time they met in round 13, it was a 1-point game at RAC Arena. Perth led by 16 on that occasion and gave it up. The lead wasn't quite as big tonight, but they did get it out to as much as 12 in the second quarter. Hunter makes it work.
Twelve offensive rebounds.
It's pass really for Aquera. The presence of Hunter was enough to change the shot. Sobey with a head of steam. And that will be a tech foul. He's had a couple of animated conversations with the officials tonight already. And Nico Fernandez has decided enough's enough.
No, sir. Enough is enough.
Sure has a foul there.
Nothing in that.
Said something straight away. It was enough, and he wasn't hanging around. Very quick technical. You'd have to think there'd be at least some prior dialogue to say, hey, no more, because otherwise it's very quick.
There had to be something.
He's got his grumpy face on now.
Relax. No, he was there. John, he was there. No, relax.
Now John really arguing something with Brad Henshaw. High emotion at the State Basketball Centre. It's second versus fifth. And there is a lot on the line.
Oh. I'll tell you what, that possession there, I watched it unfold. Jaren really wanted that ball back to bring it up, and he's saying it right now. Elijah Pepper brushed him off and said, just get down the floor. And in the end, they nearly caused a turnover. Elijah Pepper's got to give the ball to that true point guard. Backcourt. There was not much in it at all. But this is the hands you wanted in if he's on the floor.
+9 in his time out there tonight, this talented youngster. That pass put Doolittle under all sorts of duress. Sobey with an excellent dive for Lewis.
Great pass.
He timed his run to perfection.
Great pass, great cut.
Sobey has 8 assists.
Aquera wants to try his luck. It had to go down, and it did.
That's a big shot.
That's what they were doing in the first half. They talk about just welcoming the pressure. It looks like a quick shot, but it gets to walk into a 3-ball because they tried to double team Jaren really.
43% from deep. Ian Clark just hasn't been able to get his shooting game going so far this season. Aquera had the seal. Back to Jaren, really.
Yeah, that's a push. Oh, Aquera, easy call. The crowd is getting into it now. Third foul there on Aquera.
Not much in that. Not much in that at all.
But he also didn't have to extend the arms. Just use your frame as your position and put your hands straight up. It'll fall in your hand.
And we've been told that in our briefings, haven't we? That the extension of the arms is the giveaway. That's the one that the officials are looking for. Bronx cheers the Phoenix fans. Nathan Sobey
Jail, it's an obviously clear one.
receives the whistle.
Jail, obvious. Obvious one.
Bringing the ball into my hands.
Yeah, but don't get in the cookie jar.
Everyone's getting behaviour warnings right now.
Oh, man.
Like Oprah, you get a behaviour warning, you get a behaviour warning.
When you know the money's on the line, yeah. This is what it's all about, though. These guys are playing.
Sobey makes the first go down.
Yeah.
Gee, we're really starting to get to the pointy end of the Ignite Cup now. And Sobey makes the second one count as well.
I cannot wait, February 22nd on the Gold Coast. 400K going to be given away.
Oh, great
Windler.
drive. Great drive by Windler.
Third quarter he's having right now.
I need some pickle juice.
We need some pickle juice in the commentary box because we've just lost Jack Everett.
Oh,
I'm not fit enough to cramp. I don't know what just happened then. Sobey scores 2 more.
Jack had to stand up, didn't he? He got up.
Well, I thought I was going to get away with it, but of course you two were never going to let that happen.
trying to sell tickets to the Gold Coast. You're over here losing your hammy.
And now the Wildcats step out of play. The plot thickens in this game.
All right, here we go, 5 now.
Oh, turnover.
Less than 2 minutes and a costly turnover. Windler. Not the first time around. Offensive rebound by Aquera. They get the ball back in the hands of the right man. And Jaron really sets everything up. Has it looking the way that he wants. The shot wasn't there though from Detch.
Sunday, you get out there trying to post up somebody. Get your little ass out of there.
Windler saw that coming. I think it's late.
You can't make that. I thought it was in through there, but then John Brown III said absolutely not.
Now Lewis can see a pathway to the basket. Scores!
And that is his third?
Yeah.
That's his fourth. Sorry? That is his fourth foul.
And 4 fouls for Joe Lawala-Chul Jr. And we're tied at 75. Seesawing third quarter. Sets up for another big finish.
Got to get the ball over. Wow. If this doesn't tell the Wildcats they need a point guard.
Well, they know that for sure. Because they tried to take it out of Jaron Riley's hands. They succeeded. And Christian Doolittle's not going to be back there because he's got John Brown III on him.
Southeast Melbourne can take the lead back. They haven't led since the first quarter.
Clark, 1 of 6. 0 of 3 from deep.
He was 2 of 17 from outside coming into tonight. Ian Clark. Will come a moment for him. Sunday Detch, great take.
Great drive by Sunday Detch. That's more like a Sunday. Got to play big man down on the box.
Glover to respond.
Yeah, 1 shot here. And the Wildcats have done well this last minute and a half because it's an interesting lineup they've got on the floor.
Down to 10. Really sent everyone one way, it goes the other.
From behind.
It was his turn to get him deep, and he took the responsibility.
That's a smart play.
That's on Ian Clark.
2 shots.
I don't think it was a charge on John Brown either.
Not much, but I don't want to call.
Oh, look here.
Here we go, let's go.
John around the side. He was definitely stationary, but
We don't want that stop.
Made a significant impact in his first season. Coming into tonight, Perth are 8-5 when Jaron really plays.
And we picked it up straight away. I mean, as ex-players, you could tell when a guy, you know, has that.
I mean, it's just a tag, the development player, because he's an NBL quality player, no doubt about it.
He certainly deserves more minutes, no question about it.
Wundu got it away. Here we go again. The Phoenix and the Wildcats are going to take us all the way to the finish. 79-75 at three-quarter time. It's Saturday Night Hoops here in the Hungry Jacks NBL.
The home team, the Southeast Melbourne Phoenix, with a fight back in that third quarter. They turned it around to go in with a 4-point deficit, 75-79 to the Perth Wildcats here at the State Basketball Centre. I listened in to Josh King, and he was all about the defensive end. He was happy with that third quarter offensively, but he said, we're going to win this game on the defensive side. He wants to control the pace. But Pete, my big question for the Perth Wildcats, Elijah Pepper had 15 points up until the half. He went scoreless in that third quarter. Do they need to go through him a little bit more?
Well, he was starting the third quarter playing strictly the point guard. As I've said throughout this game, really all season, I don't like him bringing the ball up the floor.
Well, that would have been a focus of Josh King at halftime anyway. Let's slow him down. Oh.
Calling a hands foul first.
Gee.
Wow. Nico was right there.
On the half post.
Let's have a look, Pete.
He had his hands in front of him. So that's what got him undone there, right there. Oh, he's bang, bang. And Josh King just had a little smile.
Well, he's had a warning too, so he needs to be a little bit careful.
There's a lot of warnings going on tonight.
There is.
Here we go, 14.
Brown, Hunter, Glover, Clark, Awundu. The fight out there for the Phoenix. Windler, Doolittle, really, Wagstaff, Pepper for the Wildcats, who have got a 4-point advantage.
That's the presence of having Geordie Hunter on the floor. Because when he's off the floor, that's a layup from Dylan Windler. Just a big frame, ready to contest. And force a deflection of 4.6 seconds to go. They have to go quick, and that's exactly what Elijah Pepper wants to hear.
Darren Really's just having enough trouble getting this in. Wagstaff for Pepper in our laps.
When you are a lights-out shooter who loves to get hot,
with the green light,
and you've got an inbounds with 4 seconds to go, your eyes light up because there is no such thing as a bad shot.
That is deep. Awundu to respond for the Phoenix. Trickles back out, they can reset. Awundu second time around, left that one short as well. Oh, really put his head in the hole. Glover got it to Clark. Needs one to go down, and he still can't get it to hit.
Offensive rebounds.
Now, Jaron Really's got a problem.
Now,
and
this is...
sets the official straight away. I can't go.
That reaction there seems like a re-aggravation. Looks like a young man, and you hope it's not.
Got a look of resignation on his face at the back of the bench.
Grab at anything.
4 seconds to get over.
Poker face. Just that flat he was on the floor. Hopefully that's not. Hopefully it might just be a little contusion somewhere.
Kelsey will be all over that one on Foxwell. We haven't seen since early in the third quarter as well. This Wagstaff with a veteran.
That's some experience. That's some experience there, isn't it?
First 2 scores of this fourth quarter, important for the Wildcats. Start well.
1-point lead. Wagstaff.
Solo Alachua with 4 fouls, so he's going to sit for a while.
What's so happening with Wagstaff? I mean, funny bones. It's not cold in here.
.21 points for Awundu. He attracts a crowd and finds a way to get others involved. Really off the floor. The Phoenix have dialed up the pressure on the ball carrier. That means that Pepper's open.
He's one of the night for Pepper.
Windler snatches it out of the sky.
And this is Josh King. Takes a lot to get him really animated.
Let's go.
Oh.
No, that's not a foul.
Well, it's the right arm. That's what they're looking at, the technical side of it. That's why Josh King saw the replay.
Sobey stole it away from Henschel and scores! Huge from Nathan Sobey.
Wow. And Perth are going to struggle to get the ball up the floor, to control the tempo, to get into plays, because there's no point guard on this floor.
And Ben Henschel, that's just too lax. Just kind of dawdled towards the ball and said inbound. You've got a Phoenix team who already pushed the pressure, but now they're coming from behind. Of course they're going to play even harder. You've got to sprint to get open. So if Jaron really can't go the rest of this game, and right now, if John Brown III is the one guarding Christian Doolittle, Ben Henschel has to step up and handle it.
No.
There's Jaron Really. We can see us missed a chunk of games because of a hamstring injury, and body language only would suggest that that's not good for the youngster.
I haven't got the word yet. The instant reaction, even that, couldn't come at a worse time.
We'll get to Kelsey next stoppage. Clear up, beat the trap. The Wildcats are starting to look rushed again. They're starting to look as though they don't have control of the game. Trickles back out to Pepper. Here's Windler, checks the feed. Huge!
Beautiful shot.
What a beautiful stroke, Dylan.
Ball movement, find the open guy.
What a quiet 22. 6 rebounds, 2 assists.
Sobey misses out on the layup.
Timeout here, you think it's Perth score.
late in the shot clock. Big screen from Doolittle. It's been end-to-end since the opening tip. And now there is some serious fatigue setting in for both teams. Ian Clark's going to come out. Owen Foxwell coming back into the game.
Gutsy.
We have not seen him since the opening couple of minutes of the third quarter.
Ankle injury, taped up. Keep it warm.
Wundu's had a massive night, no call there.
They don't play till next Sunday in Hoops Fest, so leave it all out there, have a couple of days off. Try and get this win.
Time for guys to get healthy.
7-point lead. Windler takes care of the rebound. He is starting to really stuff the stat sheet.
I like that shot from Toby.
Doolittle coast to coast. Phoenix get it back. Sobey in transition. He's had a couple of looks in a row now.
Perth got to be smart here. Yes, they want to force you up the floor. Be smart and get a good shot. Ball movement. Sorry, Jack. Ball movement.
22-8, Dylan Windler's night from the free throw line. It drops. Timeout, Southeast Melbourne. Dylan Windler turning this into a winning night for the Wildcats. 89-80 with 5:37 remaining. Big couple of buckets there.
And again, Southeast Melbourne are doing what they're supposed to do. They're pressuring the ball. They're trying to cause turnovers. Perth has got to get that ball up the floor, swing it from side to side, and get a good shot every time.
There was a point there, Pete, where the Phoenix had got it back to 4, but back-to-back scores for the Wildcats, so they can just breathe a little.
Yeah, I'm still a little worried because as the Phoenix ramp up the pressure, what do? Do the Wildcats take a backward step and get a little passive? Because I feel like that will just, the Phoenix will swallow them up. I like them staying in attack mode. There's a balance aspect to it. You don't want to take poor shots like we saw from David Johnson last night down the stretch from the jack jumpers. My goodness.
Southeast Melbourne, Phoenix down by 9 here to the Perth Wildcats with 5 minutes to play in this last term. And I've got an update for you guys. The injuries are not looking good. It's the wounded Wildcats at the moment. Jesse Wagstaff has a left hand issue. He spent some time with the medical staff, but terrible news for Jaron Riley. He is out for the game. We know that Perth are quite tight-lipped when it comes to injury, but hand gestures and his facial movements suggest that he's done for the game. It is that right hamstring that it's still a concern. I think he was trying to get on the bike to just take the eyes off him, but it is done for Jaron Riley.
Oh, we just saw it there, didn't we? A little grab at it, which is shocking news, and the timing of it.
Especially, Pete, for a Perth team that, as we've highlighted, have won 4 of their last 6 and have got momentum back in this season. It's been no coincidence that that's happened since Jaron Riley's return.
It's terrible news for Jaron Riley and the Perth Wildcats, but it's also good news, which tells you got to go get a point guard right now.
Yeah.
That's what it's saying. No messing around. Get somebody in here.
Tomorrow.
Yes. Tonight, be on the plane.
I mentioned the pregame. They've got time. They've got to have that contract executed by next Friday in Hoops Fest. And the player doesn't have to suit up until their following game. So that's a foul from the Wundu.
I felt that foul over here.
So they've got time. And then you get that player up to speed as quickly as you can. And if David Duke Jr. can come back, then you have a decision to make.
So the point guard, Pete, if you were to be specific, and at this time of year, sometimes it's just best available, whoever's out there, but is it a...
The coach mentioned veteran as someone who can be poised enough to run the team. But you've got your superstars. You've got JLA, you've got Christian Doolittle, and this is the Dylan Windler they need more of. And then you've got those complementary pieces in Ben Henschel, Elijah Pepper, who can get hot quick. Sunday Detch, Latmayan, we haven't seen him tonight. Well, sure, they would love someone who can put the ball in the hole as well.
And this is part of the reason why. Costly turnover. Foxwell flies to the other end, playing through pain.
And Pete, I say veteran because you don't want a young guy coming in trying to prove himself and shooting the ball every time. You got stars out here already. Get someone that can fit in, get everybody involved, know his position on the floor.
There's now 12 turnovers in the game for the Wildcats. Doolittle, boom! What a play!
John Brown, the third knows it too.
He's laughing.
He knows it. If that ain't the biggest cupcake I've seen.
I mean, credit to John Brown Jr. He's having a really good laugh. What else could the Amy replay be, Jack? Have a look at this. John Brown, the third play. Twister!
He's still laughing. He's still laughing at it. He knows it.
Oh, he got him good too. What a step back, Christian Doolittle.
He's a shooting star, mate.
Oh, my. Look at him, he's still laughing on the floor, he knows.
And the best part about it is, as soon as Christian Doolittle gets it next time, he's going straight back up. Just the type of player he is.
19 and 10 for Christian Doolittle tonight. He and Dylan Windler together has been a great combination.
That's what Glover does. Glover has you on your heels at all costs. Every time he's touching the ball, he's aggressive.
Pepper with the ball handling duties, and Foxwell not going to make life easy for him.
Mismatch Glover with Doolittle, and you see Doolittle was trying to wave Windler off, but that's going to be in the bonus now. And there's a Wundu, that's his fourth foul, and Doolittle will go to the free throw line, where he's 9 of 10 tonight. 19 points, 10 rebounds, 4 assists.
2 shots.
Nathan Sobey and Christian Doolittle just having a chat. They would have come up against each other in the off-season in Puerto Rico.
Thanks, Pete.
9 of 10, he says.
Yeah.
Mate, that's just what he had. I'm trying to read a box score for the people at home. What do you want from me?
Well, there's an entire state who just say, don't read the box score.
You got anything else to say?
He's not going to miss 2. Come on now.
Three minutes 50 to play. Foxwell trying to get active on Henschel. Brown's there to clean it up.
This offensive rebound for John Brown. So they're going small again, the Phoenix, with all their running and jumping, switching everything, really trying to force the pressure. Brown on JLA, a Wundu on Doolittle, and Sobey on Windler.
For a player like John Brown, who we just associate with defense, Pete, it shouldn't be lost that he is second in the competition for offensive rebounds this season.
That's it. His defense is going to be the same every single time, and his best offense is crashing the offensive rebounds. It'd be a dream to coach. You don't have to worry about him.
16 O boards for the night for the Phoenix. Windler threw it away. Owundu got it to go.
And John calls timeout.
3-point game with 3:15 remaining. John really wants to have a chat about things now.
Defense to offense, doesn't matter how they get it. They're going to push the pace. Wundu, 25 points between him and Nathan Sobey. 49 points on the board.
This venue is at capacity right now, and it feels like a party in here.
Absolutely. This place can get loud. This is the sixth man right here.
Spoke about their home record, coach, in the last couple of seasons. Extraordinarily for Southeast Melbourne, they have won 20 of their last 24 home games.
And a lot of that has to do with Josh King, the way he plays and the way they play. They feel comfortable at home, but man, I still don't know of a professional team that gets up and in like they do. I've been around, I'm old, I'm crusty. I don't know of a team. I don't know of a team that does that, Pete.
They were your words, not ours. Here's what's coming up tomorrow.
I don't disagree with one of those statements.
Big day for the state of New South Wales tomorrow. Illawarra and New Zealand first up. The Breakers have Wow, they've got to be better than what they were the other night. And then Sydney and Melbourne United, Sydney Kings have got a stack of momentum.
Jay, you realise, we talked about it with the free throw line before, you could get 2 free burgers. That's a double New South Wales game. You get burgers in each.
It's lunch and dinner.
That's a scheduling dream.
Kelsey Brown.
Listening to John really on that one, it was all about getting through the press break, and it's all about Christian Doolittle as Dylan Windler lines up for 3 and drops that one. I was going to ask you, Pete, who needs to get going for the Wildcats to make sure they get this one?
Well, they've got to handle the pressure. That's how they'll win this game, is just handle the pressure that's coming and ramping up right now from the Phoenix. They did it there, an extra pass of Windler. He has been unbelievable. Not out of the woods yet. The Phoenix going to continue to run and jump. Get up and in.
27 points on 10 of 16 shooting for Dylan Windler. A score here for the Wildcats, and they have put themselves in the A1 position. Brown lurking. Doolittle in all sorts of bother.
Doolittle screaming, come to the ball. I just said it, they got to handle the pressure.
Great defense by Southeast Melbourne. Go get the ball, go double the ball, make the pass hard.
And the Perth Wildcats have got this 6-point lead by continuously attacking. They're trying to now milk the clock. I know it's probably the right thing to do, but it can all come undone against the Phoenix, who are going to ramp it up.
Sobey gets it back. With a hand in the face, that is ill-advised.
He's had 3 of those now in this 4th quarter from Sobey. Especially after you've just got a shot clock stop.
Go ball.
No pressure on the rim, no ball movement.
Less than 2 minutes remaining.
I'm going down on the box with Doolittle. Clearing it out.
Windler trying to find a little bit of room from Sobey. Bold enough to let it fly. Big offensive rebound, the Wildcats Jr.
Great offensive.
When you're small out there switching everything, that's what happens.
That Glover swings to Awundu. Great D though from the Wildcats. Foxwell.
Oh, another one.
Well, Foxwell had the bad ankles, but he's just flipped the script.
There's a twist or 2 left in this one. Perth by 5, but at the moment, they've got the Phoenix chasing them around every square inch of this court. Doolittle doesn't get it to rattle home, but he will step to the line, where Perth are 15 of 18 for the evening.
Line up.
Big hit from Foxwell.
Christian.
Free throws here for Christian Doolittle.
A deep breath. 86% from this spot for the season. Every single point worth its weight in gold for the Wildcats.
Phoenix have had 11 turnovers in the game. 7 of those came in the first quarter, 8 at halftime. They tidied that up.
And that's a big lead with a minute to go. They just got to get a stop. They get a stop, come down and get a good shot. They should be able to win this game.
Phoenix must score off this possession. And a 3 would be better than a 2. Foxwell with a high arcing 3 ball.
Now you want to take the shot clock right down. What a massive performance by Perth.
Doolittle trying to land one final blow. Over the top. It's knocked out of play. Perth get the ball back.
They're going to look at it. They always do. They don't have to waste the challenge.
This team, if the Southeast Melbourne ball, it'll be a timeout. If they win here tonight, Coach, they are now 10-4 on the road for the season, the Wildcats.
And look, a lot of teams perform on the road because it's them against the world mentality. You know, at home, sometimes they let some games slip. But look, really's put in their head, look, it's just us against everyone else. Let's go out and play hard for each other.
Yeah.
Southeast Melbourne ball. Josh King will take a timeout.
34 seconds remaining. Josh King with one last chance to try and engineer something and change the course of this result. 100-93 in the Tangerine timeout. They've got to get there yet, Perth, but if they do, this is a massive win for them.
The live ladder. A big loss for the Phoenix too. They want to avoid the play-in tournament altogether. Adelaide dropped one last night to Tasmania, Melbourne and Sydney. What a massive game that is tomorrow.
Yeah.
And look at Sydney Kings' percentage. Will that come into play? And the jack jumpers, healthy.
They're lurking.
They're different.
They're lurking.
They're a different beast. When
you saw them last night.
Love the way they executed their defensive game plan. Took the possessions right out of it. And they did that against the Phoenix as well. They were two quickest teams outside of Sydney and Adelaide and the Phoenix. Tassie seemed to have a little answer for.
It might be too simplistic to put it all on one person, but a healthy and fit Will Magnay for Tasmania is that they're just
makes a massive
completely different team, aren't they?
They look different. They play with bigger confidence, more confidence. You got a guy, and it's particularly the way he's playing, scoring, he's blocking shots, he's a presence, he stays on the floor. What did he play, 36, 37 minutes that last game?
One last opportunity for Southeast Melbourne. Foxwell from a long way out.
The exact same play they ran against the Hawks.
And it's fitting that Christian Doolittle,
what a win,
with rebound number 13, is going to walk to the other end of the floor to seal it.
And for a guy who had 4 points the last time they played, he's gone in and said to himself, I got to be aggressive.
You know what you're doing.
And he's 4 of 12 from the field, but it was the aggressive mindset where he took the pressure on. And he was the backup point guard. He's going to have to do that a whole lot more now. And 14 free throw attempts, and he's hit 12 of them.
Thanks to you, Pete. Every time you say something to him, I'm going to tell him, too. He's going to come over. He's coming over here.
He's a very serious man, too. He might
not going to miss two.
He might not take too kindly to what you're doing.
Oh, here we go.
He does miss two.
Here we go.
Burgers for the home fans. Might not be winners' burgers, but burgers are burgers when they come from Hungry Jack's.
Oh, yeah, if he gets fouled again and he's welcoming it, he wants to make amends. Christian. Oh, where's the one dude done? Christian Doolittle said, I want it because I want to go down and make amends for those missed two.
Let's go. Let's go.
So he can help put the game away. There's one dude fouls out, but what a performance. 27 points.
Doolittle can make amends. That's more like it.
Gotta love that in a player and a leader, right? He just missed two, and they didn't look great. And he went straight towards the ball and said, give it to me and foul me.
He can fire up that plane.
Didn't even hit the rim, those two.
Lawala Jr. with a massive block. Perth are going to finish with a full head of steam.
And then Perth Wildcats in here are loving it.
One last basket for Ian Clark, but the story tonight is the Perth Wildcats, who win on the road again.
Oh.
You put this team on the plane, and they are a far different outfit. Winners tonight, 107-97. There's help on the way. Beware the Wildcats.
Absolutely. Just building, slowly building. Christian Doolittle, massive. Dylan Windler, big. Pepper, Henschel. Everybody stepped up when they had to on the road. Hostile place to play. They executed the game plan to perfection. Had some shaky moments, but that's what the Phoenix do to you. How do you respond? And they'll be stoked with that.
Well, they started off playing defense, getting steals, causing turnovers, and they did the right thing, and guys knocked down shots. And this is a very good-looking team when they play like this.
They've got Illawarra next Friday at Hoops Fest, the Perth Wildcats, and then after that, the Cairns Taipans, Melbourne at home, and Melbourne are in some sort of funk right now. And these two teams get back together in round 19. So the next little period for Perth is, it's make or break for them, really, isn't it?
Well, it is, and again, all the magnifying glass will be on this injury replacement signing, I understand. But there's a lot to like about the roster. They can go out and nail this piece and get that solid point guard that everybody's talking about. With Doolittle, this mindset, Windler, JLA, all the way down.
For the people at home, one more time, the guy needs to be signed before.
The contract has to be executed and signed by next Friday night at the Hoops Fest, and the player doesn't have to be here and be suited up until their following game against Cairns.
Yep.
Okay.
Doesn't have to play that game.
Yep.
107-97, the final score here at the State Basketball Centre, and Kelsey Brown has our Foot Locker player of the game, and how good was he?
He was absolutely unbelievable. 24 and 12. Christian, you really put the team on your back in that one. Can you talk us through how big of a win that is over the Phoenix?
It was just a big win in general. You know, before the game, I said, you know, we got a 2-game win streak and we're trying to get it to 3. So now we got 3, we're trying to get to 4.
You guys are excellent on the road at the moment, really capitalizing on away wins. Why are you so good away from home?
I don't know, but I mean, then to win a championship, you're gonna have to be able to win games on the road, and so now we've got to tidy it up at home.
Talk us through a couple of your teammates. Dylan Windler had 27 points. Elijah Pepper had 18. How big were they on the offensive end?
They was huge. You know, being able to make timely shots and be aggressive at all times, especially with the pressure that Southeast wants to play. They're going to force somebody other than myself and Joe to beat us, and they were able to step up tonight.
Thanks so much for your time.
Appreciate it.
What a night for Christian Doolittle, Copes. That's leadership. That's a guy who wants to be the franchise player. And he set the tone for them straight off.
When he's good, he's very good. And look, I think he knows he has to be very good to carry this team. He's actually said it. And the fact that he's aggressive from the tip, he was coming at you straight away, makes him such a dangerous player in this league because he's so big, he's so strong, he handles the ball from outside, he can play multiple positions. He's worked on that three-point shot, and look, he's tough.
That mindset, Christian Doolittle, I mean, Scott Ross said he's the best player in the competition, hands down. Doesn't agree with that necessarily, but he's definitely one of, and arguably the best two-way player in the league.
Kelsey Brown's got a man who absolutely shot the lights out tonight.
I absolutely do. Elijah Pepper had 18 points, but Elijah, I want to talk about the team's effort defensively. You really matched it with Southeast Melbourne Phoenix. They'd been scoring over 120 points. You kept them to 97. Are you impressed with the defensive effort from the team tonight?
Yeah, I mean, I thought it was great. We knew it wasn't going to be an easy game by all means, but we came out fighting and swinging, and they obviously didn't let up, but it was a good game all around.
You've come into the starting lineup, you've come into your own. Leonard Copeland, I think he's your #1 fan at the moment. How are you feeling out there? You seem confident with your shot and everything that's coming into play.
Yeah, I feel great. It wasn't going in a little bit before, but it's starting to all come into place, and that's I mean, credit to our coaches and my teammates. They have confidence in me to keep playing well, and it's been going good.
Do you feel like the Perth Wildcats are flying a little bit under the radar at the moment? We're talking about other teams. Melbourne United's on a slide. We've talked a lot about Southeast Melbourne Phoenix, but do you think the Perth Wildcats are getting the credit they deserve at the moment?
It's a little 50-50. I don't want to diss anybody, but I mean, I think it's been an up and down season so far, and I think we're starting to find our groove a little bit, and hopefully the credit will come along with the wins.
You've got Hoops Fest coming up. You've got a game on Friday against Illawarra. Are you looking forward to being back at home and in a Hoops Fest crowd?
Oh yeah, we haven't played in like a month at home, so I'm ready to get back in front of the Red Army and get them a win finally at home.
Thanks so much for your time.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
14th win of the season for the Perth Wildcats, and it was full of substance, and Elijah Pepper, wow, he was feeling good.
Yeah, when he gets hot, really light it up, and I like the way he went about it. When he's off the ball, when he's hunting his shot, he hits a couple, they run some action for him. As we said, beautiful stroke. Some of these mindsets of these young guys, Copes, they're hungry.
Yeah, you mentioned look, he's not a point guard. You don't want him in that position. You want him on the wing, catching the ball, being aggressive, putting it up, because it puts too much pressure on him to try to get the ball down the floor, get everyone involved, and then look for his own shot.
We're going to come back and wrap it up on the other side of this, but a huge performance tonight by the Perth Wildcats, one of their best wins of the NBL 26 season. 107-97, they get the money over the Southeast Melbourne Phoenix, and this is the Hungry Jacks NBL. I'm not going down with you either, by the way. I got kids.
Bro, you better worry about the pickle juice.
Oh, we need to find.
Another spectacular contest between the Perth Wildcats and the Southeast Melbourne Phoenix. In the 2 times they've played this season, it's been the Phoenix who have won the close one. Tonight it's Perth who come to the Heartland and win by 10, and look how happy they are.
They should be. Just continue to build. If you're playing your best basketball by beginning of February, good things can happen. I think the Southeast Melbourne Phoenix by 10 put up 107, 19 of 24 from the free throw line. Look at the field goal attempts. Way down because of the offensive rebounds from Southeast Melbourne. But credit to the Wildcats because they had the game plan and they executed it.
42% from outside too. That's good shooting for the Wildcats.
They're a much better team on the road. You spoke about it, Jack. When they get together as a team, it's them against the world, and they perform.
What about the Phoenix, Pete? They've played a lot of games in a short space of time, not for a second making an excuse, but did they just run out of petrol a little bit down the stretch?
Well, there would have been an emotional hangover from the other night for sure, because that was a big overtime win. But part of it is also, again, same with Adelaide last night, these losses aren't bad. These losses can be really good because they saw something from the Wildcats of a team not afraid of the pressure in the first half. So Josh King is thinking, okay, for a team that does this to us, how do we get across that and get the win? So these are good learnings to have at this point in the season. And they only come through losing, because winning masks all. Their next 5, that Hoops Fest game on Sunday against Adelaide, well, that's huge.
Massive.
Then New Zealand and Cairns, which they should take care of business. But again, at this point of the season, when they're playing loose and free, anything can happen. And then Perth and Adelaide again. So this is really going to be a big test for them.
I think Josh King would be a little bit disappointed in the defensive side of things, considering they're a defensive team.
Just when you think you've started to work the Mitsubishi Motors ladder out, you get a result like tonight, you get a result like we had last night. and all of a sudden things are thrown back into disarray. Massive watch on tomorrow's game. 3rd versus 4th, Melbourne versus Sydney. Particularly for Melbourne United, all of the good work that they did in the early part of the season. They drop that, they are right back in the pack.
Sure are, and as Tassie continue to build, and Adelaide, they played the Southeast Melbourne Phoenix a couple of times. They took care of business based on the ladder. If they beat them twice, and all of a sudden if Perth keep winning or Sydney, Southeast Melbourne Phoenix do not deserve to drop out of the top 2 with how well they've been this season. But it's going to come right down to the last round, it always does.
So for the remainder of the round, we mentioned that there's a couple of massive games still to play out over the course of tomorrow. Illawarra first up, Copes, against the Breakers. I mean, we just saw the ladder. Illawarra are at that point now where they virtually can't afford to lose many
Absolutely,
more.
and you watched the way the Breakers played the other night. Illawarra should win that game. They better win that game.
And then Sydney and Melbourne United, huge, as we take a look at the rest of what's to come in round 16. Worth acknowledging as well that the Cairns Taipans versus Brisbane Bullets game, which was to be today, has been rescheduled until Monday because of cyclone conditions. So thinking of everyone in far north Queensland.
Yeah, absolutely. So 3 more games left of this round before everybody goes over to Perth for Hoops Fest. And again, we saw the Mitsubishi Motors ladder. And to be honest, outside of Adelaide finishing first, who really knows what we're going to get by season's end?
We had high hopes about this game coming into tonight, and we were not disappointed. On behalf of Kelsey Brown, Leonard Copeland, Pete Hooley, and our team behind the scenes who make all the magic happen, thanks so much for being with us tonight. It's the Wildcats who win by 10, and we will see you tomorrow for a massive edition of Sunday Hoops here in the Hungry Jacks NBL.
This program is brought to you by Hungry Jacks and Bunnings Warehouse.